Welcome back to Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy. It's been a long time since I made an update video, but this update video is going to be specifically for the overall market. I want to talk about the market conditions, where the price may be heading for the Nasdaq, and how that can help you make better investment decisions moving forward. And so before we get into the technicals, I want to go over a video that I made not too long ago, but I want to go over it because the significance from that video is very relevant today, and I want to go over that right now.
One thing to your guys' attention: if the market is crashing, these are the things that you should be looking forward to in the next coming weeks. Looking at the Nasdaq on the weekly time frame.
I don't want to bore you guys with this entire video. This is a YouTube short. If you guys want to watch this will be in my shorts. However, the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because of this blue line that you see, that little arrow that you see right here coming all the way down to this line is the reason why I wanted to show you this video. I predicted that the price action would at the very least get down to the bottom of this line right here where my finger is. And if we look at where we are in current time, we can see that our price action has now entered into this price channel. So when I made this video, the price action was about here. And so now we have kind of clawed our way, fought, but we ultimately fell all the way back down into this price channel. And so this price channel is extremely significant. From this point on, we knew that the price action was going to drop. There was no hurry to enter the market, especially tech plays, especially innovative plays that are on the Nasdaq. Right now, the Nasdaq is going to be the hardest hit indice, and it continues to go down. The reason why this drop could be even more significant and very scary to look at, because this price channel has barely even been active. So if we look back, the bottom of this line, which we've been using as support, was always a level of resistance. You can see we rarely traded in this price channel. We always had trouble breaking above this line. Every time we got to this line, we eventually rejected and we came back down. So this right here in 2020 was our crash. And so with our crash, you can see our price action was going well below this level of resistance. And so ultimately, in that little run up that we had in 2020, our price action eventually came into this price channel and we blew straight above this price channel. So now we are getting back into a realm of reality. And so this price channel is still extremely new. One thing to remember is the price action could easily get to this support level and break all the way down. Something I want every investor to understand is every 10 years or so, depending on who you talk to, we have economic cycles. So usually we'll run up for about a decade, and then after that decade, we'll see a plunge, and then we will cycle, rinse, and repeat. And so the stock market is usually based on a 10 to 11 year cycle. Usually that is when we start to see a correction. And so we were seeing this correction in 2020. So everything started to make sense. This was ultimately the end of an economic cycle. But then we saw this massive euphoria, and we saw this massive hype, and we saw the price action go absolutely crazy. We never saw the economic cycle play out. We saw a slight crash that happened extremely quick, but the price action rebounded so fast that would not even count for a correction. When we're talking about the end of an economic cycle, we are going to see longer term trends in the downward direction. So it's not going to be very fun if you are a long investor into the Nasdaq. However, we are here to try to shine some light on opportunity and how you can make better decisions based off of these charts for yourself. And so we know right now, at the very least, we are going to wait for the price action to get down to this level of support on the Nasdaq. That means if you are looking at plays and they are on the Nasdaq, be patient, wait for the price action of the overall index to get down to this level of support. From that point, we could easily see the price action rebound and retest this level of resistance, and that is what I expect to happen at some point. So when I see the price action get back to here, that may be a good time to get some call options here on the index on a short-term play to test resistance. However, because we have yet to really trade in this price channel, and since we haven't seen the economic cycle breakdown yet, my fear is that when we get down to this level of support, we may even break down further. And so this could be a very long and very slow crash, meaning it could be 3 steps back for every 2 steps forward. So for 2-3 years, we could see this cycle of extremely red days, then we see a pop up, then we see 2 extreme red days, then we see another pop up. And this could be a long time, because the thing is, there's a lot of money in the stock market. There are a lot of new investors that join the stock market. And now these investors are going to have to be patient. And that's the problem with the market. The market really tests your patience. So we are going to see a lot of these investors get scared out of their positions. They're going to sell when they're extremely low, and that's just part of the game. And as the market continues to drag downwards, more and more people are going to get impatient. More and more people are going to evacuate their positions, meaning they are going to take a lot of losses. However, smart money is loading on certain dips. So for me, this level of support is a loading zone on certain plays that I have on the Nasdaq, and also some call options. If we break down from this point, we are just going to wait. We're going to watch. We're going to let the price action settle. This is exactly why I have actually been traveling during this time, because I have anticipated the price action to linger and drift downwards. And so I am not a gambler, so I am not going to do these day trades where I pick up on the green days and then sell on the red days. I'm just looking at the longer term trend of our Nasdaq, and it does seem like we are drifting downwards, and I expect us to drift downwards for the foreseeable future. And so with the economy right now, in my opinion, in shambles, it's going to continue to regress, and I do eventually expect us to get into a recession. And once the recession comes, I think that is when we will start to see the real pickup to the downside, and it will get scary. So those of you who are holding positions, I don't want to sound super negative about this situation, but the reality is the reality. And in this case, the markets do look like they are heading down. There's not much going well for the economy. We have Joe Biden as the president of the United States. The guy is absolutely incompetent, and Russia took the opportunity to now seize during a time when there is a weak leader for one of the strongest countries in the world. And so overall, the only people to blame are voters who voted for Joe Biden, because that is leading into all of this mess. And I don't think this mess is going to be able to be cleaned up, even if he leaves office. And so all we can do right now is kind of look at the charts, gauge where we are right now. And in this current moment, there's no hurry to buy. Let the price just settle out where it does. We still have to see the backlash of this Ukraine-Russia, this oil price going up. We have so much stuff going on in the economy that we need to see how everything plays. Interest rates are going up. So there's a lot of stuff to look out for. And a lot of this stuff is going to be negative for growth stocks. And so in this video, I just wanted to cover the Nasdaq. I didn't want to go over any specific plays. However, in the foreseeable future, I will be going over stocks that have potential right now. So a lot of these growth plays, we are putting a pause on them, because this isn't the market for growth stocks. This is not the market for tech. This is going to be about commodities. This is going to be about plays that are making money and seizing the opportunity in the current economy. And so those plays will come up. Certain plays I've already talked about. I really like tankers. I really like containers. STNG is one of those tankers that I really like. And I do think these plays are going to continue to blossom. And so I'm going to keep this extremely brief. If you guys got any value from this video, don't forget to like. We are on the road to 10K subs, so if you made it to this point, feel free to hit that subscription button. This is Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.